How many of you have felt confused when you were wondering about what it is you want to do with your life? Please raise your hand.
Sometimes, not all the time lah.
That is the same feeling I got 2 years ago. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, when I was a little boy, I was wondering about what it is I want to do with my life. Because I want to have a future that can really be beneficial for me. When I was thinking about this, the answer I got was still blank. I did not know what it is I wanted to become in the future. But all of that changed when there were these two things that happened in my life. The two things were, first, my dad asked me a question that got me thinking. And second, I was introduced to Toastmasters. My dad's question was this. He asked me, Richie, do you know what it is you want to do with your life for your future? You're still young, but I believe it is good to know what it is you want to do for your future. I told my dad, Dad, I'm not really sure about what it is I want to do for my future. But thank you so much for asking, so I can really start thinking about what it is I'm passionate about. My dad said, well, Richie, it's very good that you're thinking about it, because I've always believed that it is good for you to think early about what it is you want to do, so that you know which direction you can go to for your life. Whatever it is you want to do, I don't mind. Just follow your heart. Follow your heart, do what you're passionate about, and be a success. Ladies and gentlemen, when my father told me that, my reaction was this. I agree with what he said. And I'm very thankful to him for telling me to follow my heart. So I was continuously thinking, but this time I was really thinking, because my father asked me that question and I want to answer that question. So when I was thinking over and over again about what it is I want to do with my life, what it is I'm passionate about, I realized one thing. The thing that I love the most is actually to help people around me in any way I can, giving them greater satisfaction. I realized that this is something that makes me happy. But I was still curious, because I did not know what I wanted to do to make people happy and to give benefit to people. So after that, I joined this strange club, which is called Toastmasters. It was full of people who love to communicate their ideas, and they love to act as a leader. When I joined my first meeting, do you all know what happened?
No.
It was love at first sight. That was the moment when I fell in love with Toastmasters. And when I fell in love with Toastmasters, continuously I felt like it is good for me to present my ideas to an audience. And I realized that my first passion was to help people. And my second passion is to talk in front of an audience. So public speaking and being a leader. When I found out about this was the moment when I started thinking what it is I want to do. Now I know what I'm passionate about, but where should I go to fulfill my passion? One day, when I was 18 years old, my dad asked me this question once again. Richie, have you found out what it is you're passionate about? I told my dad, Dad, I realize that I have the passion to help people in any way I can and to give presentations. So I'm still curious about what it is I want to do, but could you possibly tell me what do you think I can do? And I've heard so many things about you with your work, but I'm not sure what it is you actually do. Could you please introduce me to your work? My dad said, I will be happy to do that. Come here and I will show you what it is I do. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the moment when I realized what it was I wanted to do for a living. My dad has been a life insurance consultant for the past 27 years. And he made me realize that my passion can be fulfilled when I become a life insurance consultant, especially in my dad's business. So when I realized that as a life insurance consultant, I can help people to give them greater satisfaction, to be a financial advisor, and also to protect them and their family, that is when I realized that my passion can be fulfilled in the insurance line. And when I realized this, that was the moment I said to myself, I have to do this right now. Because I cannot waste my time. I know what it is I'm passionate about, so I should go for it. When I found out what it was I'm passionate about, I decided that I'm going to focus on 3 things in my life. First, I want to focus on getting my bachelor's degree in my university. Second, focusing on my work. And third, being a full-time Toastmaster member. When I realized what it is I wanted to do, I started doing it. So for almost 1 year, I have done these 3 things that are important to me. First, being a university student, working in my business and my dad's business, and being a Toastmaster. Some people would ask me this, Richie, why do you burden yourself by doing so many things? I tell them that what may sound like a burden to you is not a burden for me. For me, what I do gives me inner satisfaction. It gives me that satisfaction that I'm doing something that I love. And when I realize this, it's not a burden. Ladies and gentlemen, when you do something that you love, when you do something that you are good at, that is the time when you will become more successful than what you are. Why? Because when you do something that you love, you will fall in love with it even more. And when you do something you're passionate about, it gives you inner satisfaction. When you get this inner satisfaction, you will realize that your life's purpose is fulfilled. And when your life's purpose is fulfilled, there is nothing that can stop you except for yourself. I've been doing what I love for the past 1 year, and all I feel is inner satisfaction. It may be tiring, it may be hard, but it is something that I love. So I could see my progress for all of these 3 things, which is in my academics, in my Toastmasters life, and also in my work life. Do you all know why it is simple to actually do these 3 things for me? It's because it's my passion. When you have a passion, nothing is going to stop you from fulfilling that. And when you can do it, that's the moment when you feel inner satisfaction. What my dad have always told me is follow your heart, believe in yourself. I've done that, I've seen the results, and I believe that no matter what, when you think about your future, always remember that love, passion equals to inner satisfaction. Back to you.
Yeah.